So lads, how are you all doing? Hopefully you guys are all right and okay. Now before we get into the video, which you can already tell by the title, I'd just like to apologise for not uploading. Basically this video was supposed to come out on the 16th and now it's the 17th of October. Basically guys, my internet went down and I couldn't make a video at all. I did record it pre-ahead, but I thought I'd re-record it now just so I could apologise, because I know I did say in my giveaway video that it was going to be on the 16th. But unfortunately it's on the 18th, but it doesn't matter, the video is going to be coming out today. So guys, what I want to talk about to you guys today is buying your first car. Now, if you don't own a car and you're looking to buy your first car, or if you're not interested, I know exactly why you guys are here. I'll get into the giveaway in a few seconds. I'd just like to talk a bit about this subject. So guys, I know that it is difficult buying your first car, especially if you've just turned 17 years old. I know it's difficult, I've been there. If you haven't got wealthy parents, like for example myself, you have to put a lot of commitment and a lot of money into buying your first car, but I promise you guys, it always pays off. And now I know some of your friends might have newer cars and stuff like that for their first cars. We all know someone who has a brand spanking new 18 plate for the first car. If you don't get that, it's just the way it is, guys. You've just got to work your way up. All I can say in this video, guys, is you've got to have motivation. I know it sounds corny, and I know you hear it everywhere, but if you really want something that bad, if you put your mind to it, you can get it. Trust me, I know what it's like. When I was 17, I wanted to buy a car so desperately, but I didn't even buy one till about 8 months later. And I'm going to give you guys the tips that I used to buy my first car in this video. So, now I've got that out of the way, let's get on to the giveaway. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to switch onto my computer, do the giveaway, show you guys all who won, and then we'll jump straight into this video. Alright lads, so we're back over on the computer now. Now as you can see, I've got my video up with the Elgato game capture. Now I told you lads to leave me a comment saying what car should I get next. So for example, this little guy left fire. He's automatically not entered into the giveaway because I did say in the video that I wanted people to let me know out of the 4 cars that I give you which one should I get, and that's how you enter into the giveaway. So like you see, this guy has done as he's told, and most of them have done, to be fair. So right, I've come to this website, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my link and paste it over here to show you guys that it's legit. I search it and it comes up with 11 comments, unique comments. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press start and see who we get, and whoever we get is going to be the winner of the giveaway. So as you can see guys, it's Emma Cottrell, and she said get the ST. So congratulations to you, you are the winner. What I'm going to say now is give me a message me with your details, and then I'll send it over to you. So guys, let's get back into the video. Congratulations to the winner. I don't know who you are as of yet because I've still not recorded that myself. If you get my drift, it's pretty weird saying that. But yeah, congratulations to the winner. What you need to do now is you need to message me, and we'll get all the details sorted. Send me your postcode and your address and all that sort of stuff, and I'll send it over as quick as I possibly can. And then when you do receive it, give me a little message or something like that so I know that it all came okay. Right guys, let's get into this video. So, buying your first car. I'm going to give you guys the tips that I used to buy my first car. Right, so I'm going to set the budget as £500 a month. So, for example, the same amount of money I was on about 450. So, when I left school at 15, I got a job in a charity shop, which surprisingly pays money. And it pays quite well, actually. I was on £7.80 an hour, I believe, something like that. With the hours I was doing, I was getting about 450, 470, depending on the hours that I did. So I got that when I was 15, and then as soon as I turned 17, I started to learn to drive, and then that's when I properly got into cars. So what I used is a little method of my own. Say for example you're earning £500. Let's set it at that because that's a pretty average wage for a young 16, 17 to 18 year old. So we're working on £500 a month. Right, so what I recommend straight away is never to buy a stupidly overpriced car for no reason whatsoever. Also, I recommend to buy a car which isn't very known, if you get my drift. Say, for example, don't buy a Corsa or a Clio. You can buy one if you really want to, but I would not recommend because they're average young driver cars anyway. So a lot of people do have accidents because the accident rate for your first year of driving is very high. I will know I had an accident in my first year. So I wouldn't recommend buying one of them because it goes off your insurance to your age, prices go really high. So what I recommend is buying something like a little Nissan Micra or something like that. But before we get into buying the car, what I'm going to talk about is your budget. Now what I did is when I was earning 450, well, just set it as 500, just less confusion. What I did is I put £200 away every month, and then that's just that's just saving. What I did, as soon as I got paid, £200 straight out and straight into a saving. What I did is I just put it in like a little pot or something like that. And then the other £100 that I had from out of my 300, I used towards my driving lessons. Driving lessons are averagely about, nowadays, about £25. And tests are about 60 or something like that. So if you have a driving lesson every week, once a week for a month, that's £100. So then you've got £200 to spend to yourself. Now I know it's not a lot of money, guys, but unfortunately, living young is hard. It's hard work, and it's just what you've got to do. If you've got the motivation to actually buy a car and you want one desperately, follow these methods, and I promise you guys, you will get one sooner than you think. So then 3 months later, I had £600 in my account. So what did I do? I bought my first car. Now, I'm not going to give you much tips in this video, guys, because what I'm going to do is if you people want to see it, I will make a separate video on how to, well, little tips to buying your first car, what websites to use, what miles do you need them really, because I never go over 100,000 miles. So in that video, I'm going to be telling you guys the best tips and what you should be looking for. Right, so I bought this car off a dealer, and I'll throw a picture of you now on screen now. I can't show you a picture of it when it wasn't modified because I don't have a picture when it wasn't modified. But literally as soon as I got it, I got some trade plates on it, and I started doing this here and there. Painted the wheels, I had it lowered, I got a new grille, I had an exhaust, I just did the whole lot. This is even before I passed my test, which I don't recommend modding your first car, but if you really want to, do it. If you want to do something, do it. So I bought my first car. I bought it off a dealer for £600. It was a Polo X-Reg, which means it was made in the year 2000. And that car was mint. It had 74,000 miles on, which was a lot for a car back then when it was... I got it in 2017, so it was 17 years old, and it only had 73,000 miles. That's less than like 4,000 miles a year, guys. That's a good price for a car. And then what I did was I put it on learner insurance, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. Well, you can if you want to, but it's really up to you. So after that, I bought the car for £600. Now, I would not recommend buying anything overly priced. Like, for example, I would never spend anywhere over £800 if it is your first car. Just due to the fact that you're going to wreck it. It doesn't matter, you're learning in it. Because what they say is when you pass your test, you don't actually learn how to drive, you learn how to pass a test. So when you actually do eventually pass your test, that's when you properly learn how to drive, and that's when you learn everything the hard and expensive way. So I would never recommend buying... For example, I know a lot of people that buy Fiestas and all that sort of stuff. They put these nice new rims in. 2 weeks later, they've scraped the rims and they've got to have them refurbished. It's just a waste of money, guys. I would never recommend buying a car more than £800. And I would never recommend buying a car with over 90,000 miles on it. And you're going to be looking at older cars. Some cars, yeah, they're good prices, but I highly recommend buying a car with you do your research first to make sure the parts are cheap. Like a Fiesta's cheap, but that's more dear on insurance. I do a lot of research before you get into it, guys, on what car, and you need to know what car you want. I found this car and I rushed into buying it straight away, and to be honest, the car was a wreck, but I ruined it. I'm going to be completely honest. My mum and dad even say to me to this day, you'd still have that car. I wouldn't want the car, but I would have easily still had it if I looked after it properly. For example, I did 25,000 miles in my first 8 months of driving. So as you can imagine, I was never out of the car. Right, guys, now we're going to be talking about insurance prices. Now, insurance price, my first year of driving was £1,390 with a black box. And I'm sorry, you're not going to like to hear this, but if you are driving your car for the first year and you haven't got rich parents like me and like a lot of other people in this country, it's tough shit. You're going to have one. I didn't want to accept it, but unfortunately I accepted it, and I had a black box for a year. Might not have been a year. Yeah, so I had a black box for a year. And that's just the way it is, guys. If you want to know a way to getting cheap insurance, I have got a completely separate video on this topic alone. I'd highly recommend checking it out. I'll leave a link in the description. I've had some stupid prices. Bearing in mind, I'm 21 now. I've been driving for 2 years, and I got an insurance quote for a Corsa VXR for £590, which is dirt cheap comparing it. That's without a box as well, which is dirt cheap comparing it's got 190 brakes, stage 1 remap, and that's faster than a Golf GTI. For £590 to insure, with a car that's only £3 and they're quite reliable as well. So I would highly recommend checking that video out. I've got some great tips, I've got the best websites to use and all that good stuff. Now, so you've bought your first car. The insurance is mine was £1,390, I think I said, but because I paid it monthly, it was £1,500. Now I would never, I'd recommend paying your first insurance monthly, because if you've got £1,500 to spend, do it, because you don't have to pay anything else. This is what I mean by buying your first car. Never spend £800 on it, never spend more than £800, and make sure you buy the car outright, because that's one less hassle. The only thing you've got to do is put fuel on that car and maybe pay for a bit of repairs here and there. But I'd highly recommend paying your car outright and paying the insurance, because the insurance only goes down and down and down. But if you do pay for the car and you do have it on finance, that price will not go down for as long as you have it. And each time you get in that car, the value of it is dropping. Especially if you buy it from 0 miles, the car drops down 25% as soon as you drive it out of the showroom. Never get a new car, guys. I promise you that. Never ever buy a new car. Always buy one second hand that's had about 10 owners, which has been looked after properly with a full service history. That's all I can say about that. So you're paying £1,500 for your insurance. Basically, that's what I was paying, which equal to £125 a month. So £125 a month out of my £500 budget. Bearing in mind, I've paid for the car now and I've passed my test, so I'm not paying for lessons. The only thing I'm doing is putting £20 a week in the car, which is what, £80 a month. So roughly on my car I'm spending £205 a month, and I've got £295 to spend on it, and that's how I would recommend doing it. The hardest part is saving up and buying the car. As soon as you bought the car, the job's done. The insurance, you're just going to have to pay for it. I know it's stupid and all that good stuff, but, well, bad stuff. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this informational video. I'm going to say it's informational. I hope it was informational, and I hope it was enjoyable for you. If you do go to do these tips, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this video, guys. I'm literally just speaking from my heart, and I'm trying to help as many people out as I possibly can. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. I don't get paid for doing YouTube or any of that. Leaving a like on the video is a massive help for me. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it to build a community. So if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more videos like this, hit a like. If you want to watch some of my other content, I mainly do automotive, bit of gaming here and there, but basically I just like chucking stupid mods onto my car and having a laugh with it. So anyway, guys, if you did enjoy, leave a like. If you do want to see more, subscribe, and don't worry, guys, if you did not win the giveaway, there will be plenty more giveaways on the channel, I promise you that. Thank you ever so much for 50 subscribers as well. I almost said 50,000. Anyway, thank you ever so much for 50 subscribers, guys. It means a massive amount. Next milestone is 100, and I will be doing a big giveaway for that, guys. I promise you that. So anyway, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.